The views and opinions expressed on this program are those of the participants and do not reflect the views of BronxNet or the program underwriters.
BronxNet. Your voice, your views, your vision.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Open. Open is the show where we bring you the best in the Bronx, New York, and the world straight to you. All in the best in art, music, entertainment, sports, and much, much more are coming your way today and every Friday. I'm Rina Valentin, your café con leche, and host for the next hour. At the top of the show, we've got our Open Weekend preview, and then we'll give you a sneak preview of the upcoming anthology of Puerto Rican writers, and we've got Growing Up Gonzalez. That's right, they're back, and we'll tell you more about its return. And Bobby C's Sports Roundup comes up after that. And in our Open Order Spotlight, we have a nice jazzy sound singer. So stay tuned, because all that is heading your way, because now we are officially open. Good morning. We have a fantastic show lined up for you today. But remember, we are interactive, and we're always inviting you to join in, because we love hearing from you. And if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, it's very easy. All you got to do is send us an email to open@bronxnet.org. And of course, if you want to comment on past episodes, you can go to bronxnet.org/TV/open. And we're social people, so check us out on Facebook /Open BronxNet Television, and of course we are on Twitter, and that would be @BronxNet TV, and I'm also there, so follow me @Rina Valentin. And we're going to start the weekend off right away with all the happenings around the city in our Open Weekend preview. Is the new Futuro College Prep Fair. Well, it's all that you need to get into college. Admission is free, and there are activities for all ages. It's happening Saturday, October 20th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the Apex at Lehman College, which is located at 1050 Bedford Park Boulevard. That's in the Bronx, of course. And for more information, you can go to lehman.cuny/lehman.com/cuny/edu. And it's lehman.cuny.edu, excuse me for that. So go online and check that out. All right, so last weekend was all about Comic-Con, but this weekend it's the New York Television Festival. The 8th annual New York Television Festival caters to TV tastes, both highbrow and lowbrow, with seminars, parties, and even an independent pilot competition. Yeah, that's taking place October 22nd through the 27th. And for more information, as well as details for specific events and tickets, you can check them out by going to nytvf.com. And it's time for some percussion. The Royal Drummers and Dancers of Burundi are coming to Lehman Center for the Performing Arts, one of the greatest percussion ensembles in the world. Yes, they have performed in the same way for centuries. A celebration of ability and the pleasure of competitive creativity. It is not to be missed, people. Again, that's Sunday, October 21st at 4 p.m. And for more information, you can check out lehmancenter.org. All right, people, that was your Open Weekend preview. Plenty for you to do, so make sure you get out there and enjoy. All right, we'll be right back with the woman behind an exciting new book. Don't go anywhere.
Hey, how's it going?
Sir, are you okay?
What? Oh, this? It's probably nothing. I'm sure it'll go away.
Go away? But, sir, that can't be good.
No, it's cool. Really.
Do you want a napkin or something?
Everything's fine. Thanks.
You wouldn't ignore this. So why ignore the signs of a stroke? At the first warning signs, call 911 immediately. Because time lost is brain lost.
Weight loss, it's one of the many ways to fight osteoarthritis pain. For more information on managing pain, go to fightarthritispain.org.
Be free.
Nice, Dad. Nice, Dad. Nice, Dad.
Charles!
Nice, Dad.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of siblings in foster care who'll take you just as you are.
Hands can do incredible things. Now they can even help save a life with hands-only CPR. If you see an adult suddenly collapse, just call 911, then push hard and fast in the center of the chest until help arrives. Learn more at handsonlycpr.org.
We can all be energy savers. It's easy. Turn off lights. Use energy-saving light bulbs. And turn off electronics and appliances when not in use. Make a change and we can really fly. Learn more at energy.gov/kids.
Hello, welcome back to Open. Thanks for sticking around. And our next guest is actually a founding member and professor at Boricua College. She's a writer, a cultural activist, and educator with numerous accolades under her belt, including a PhD. We're pleased to have Dr. Mina Nieves on the set. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Rina, for inviting me and having me here today.
Absolutely, absolutely. So just give us a little background on you as a doctor, founding member of Boricua College, and the educational component to this whole book that we're about to discuss.
Yes, I was born and raised in Puerto Rico until 23 years old. Then I decided to come to New York to study at Columbia University, my master's, and then I continued at NYU, New York University. I completed the doctorate in Latin American and Caribbean literature. And during that time in which I was studying, I was looking for institutions and organizations that represented our people in New York. And then I found several persons that told me about the project of founding a university, Boricua College, and I joined in 1974, which was the date of the foundation of the college. And I joined as a lecturer, actually. But eventually, I am now a facilitator, which is a full-time faculty member, and I'm a full professor at the college. And
now the college has 3 locations here in New York, right?
4 locations.
4, oh, excuse me, wow. Please name all 4 of them.
2 in Brooklyn, Graham Avenue, Bedford Avenue, North 6th Avenue, and Manhattan, 156 on Broadway, and in the Bronx, and Washington Avenue, near 3rd Avenue.
In which you teach now. You teach
I
in
teach
the one
now
in the Bronx.
Bronx, and I live in Brooklyn.
Yeah, we were having a little conversation about your commute. Looks like you're going to have to relocate to the Bronx.
Maybe.
But this is great because actually you were a teacher in Brooklyn when I met you, which was, I don't know, 2005 or 2006, that's around there, which brings us to the next topic, which is this book, because I actually met you during a show that we did at the Puerto Rican Traveling Theater called the Latina Poets Festival, and you were one of the contributing poets. Even though you didn't perform, you contributed your written work, and somehow ever since you've been working on anthologies and your own literature. That's so right. Please share, which would you like to discuss first?
I guess I like to discuss first Breaking Ground.
Breaking Ground.
Anthology of Puerto Rican women writers in New York. And this book emerged from my work as director of the Boricua College Winter Poetry Series. I was the director of the series for 20 years, and I noticed that there were many good Puerto Rican women writers, and their literature was really very valuable, but they were not represented in anthologies and not included in magazines, and actually their literature was not being known in the way it should have been known. So I decided to take a step and do something about that, and began compiling an anthology of women writers that started with 23 women writers in English and Spanish, and also is now the completed book has 46 women writers.
Wow.
That have lived at least 10 years in New York.
That have at least 10 years in New York, because you started this in 1980?
In the beginning of the 90s.
In the beginning of the 90s, but you collected writers from the 80s until 2012.
That's right. That's correct.
That's a lot of time.
It's a lot of work too. Yes, it's a long. It's a 30 years. It's a whole generation, actually, of women that were being active in New York in communities, that were writing, sharing their work, performing, or founding cultural and educational and social institutions. And I wanted to gather those women and to collect their work and really include in the book their biographies. And the biographies demonstrate their activism.
Right, right.
So not only their literature, but their activism. But the book is a literary book. It's the poetry and fiction of women writers.
Beautiful. It's as far as I'm concerned, it's a collector's item. We're going to come back to Breaking Ground because I just want to introduce your other anthology, and then we'll come back to Breaking Ground, and when we come back, you'll understand why we're going to come back to Breaking Ground, which is the name of the book, which we recommend that you actually consider purchasing for the holidays, because like I said, I really believe that this is a collector's item. So which is the other anthology that was just recently released as well?
It's not an anthology, actually. Bueno, there was an anthology in February. I don't have it here.
Okay.
It was released in Cuba. It was it's called Mujeres, entitled Mujeres como Islas, and gathered with. I joined two other women, one from the Cuba and one from the Dominican Republic, and we collected poetry from women of these islands. And the book was published in Cuba in the summer of 2011, and it was presented formally in February 2012.
Well, congratulations.
So thank you.
As well. I've been keeping tabs on you, and you've just been actually, putting those books out, which is so important. It's so important.
Rina, I believe that it is important for our people to go to colleges and bookstores and see our books and learn from our writers and from the people who has contributed. So that to me is very important. Usually our youngsters and people, adult education, even they go to college and everything they read is other cultures, other people. Where are the role models? Where are the which are important too, but we need to put out the products and achievements of our community.
Right, and you're making sure that it's documented. So what do we have now? We have El Caribe.
This is a book that was released by published by the Institute of Puerto Rican Culture. It's a study of two Caribbean writers and the role of intellectuals in thinking about the Caribbean as a paradise and as a paradox, because there are many difficult aspects of the life in the Caribbean. So Cuba, Dominican Republic, and Puerto Rico. Alejo Carpentier is a Cuban writer. Emilio Diaz-Valcárcel is a Puerto Rican writer.
Nice. Okay, so we're going to tell you where you can get all these books after we're done with the last one, which is actually her written work. Excuse me. It's go ahead.
Okay, this is thank you so much. This is my poetry book. My last personal book is a poetry book. It's entitled Viaje a la Lluvia, and it's a collection of 42 poems in English and some in Spanish mostly, and some in English. And basically it's my private self and my poetic venture. And it was published in some years ago, and it's still available through me. And this is it.
Well, congratulations on all your hard work, and actually for continuing to be a role model for all of us to follow, Dr. Mirna Nieves. And these books can all be purchased on Amazon.com, or is it just Breaking Ground that you can find on Amazon.com?
Breaking Ground can be purchased through Amazon.com.
Okay.
Okay. This one is, you have to go to the virtual store of the Institute of Puerto Rican Culture. Just type Institute of Puerto Rican Culture and then go to the store, and you can obtain it through that way. And then this one is in bookstores in Puerto Rico, and you can also contact me at Boricua College to obtain this book.
Thank you. And just before we end this segment, I just want to share with everyone my gratitude to Dr. Mirna Nieves, because I am actually one of the published writers in the Breaking Grounds anthology, and that's actually the first time I've been published in a book, and I'm only one of 45 other writers, and the women she has documented in there are all making an impact on our times of now and, well, back in the 80s. And the fact that she reached out to me to contribute to this is something very heartfelt for me, but more so I'm really excited and proud to share with you guys who Dr. Mirna Nieves is, because she has spent a lot of her years studying, and not only studying to earn her doctorate and become a professor, but to document books as such, and actually become a professor to pass it on to the next generation. And that, to me, is a true hero. So thank you, Dr. Mirna Nieves.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And so, once again, the books are, well, Breaking Ground is available on Amazon.com. And for those who are unaware, October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and as you know, I am a domestic violence awareness advocate and activist. And one of the pieces that that made it into the book is geared towards domestic violence, and I thought I'd share that with you guys just to give you a taste of what we're talking about regarding documentation of Breaking Ground. But before I do that, I do want to allow Dr. Nieves to make any last statements or comments to the audience, if you have any.
Well, it was a privilege and a pleasure to work with the literary production of all these women. And I saw you at the Puerto Rican Traveling Theater, and I thought I was very impressed with your performance, and I said she has to be in my book. So I'm happy that you're in the book too.
Thank you. Thank you for making sure that I'm in there. I'm going to borrow the book,
sure.
Right? So, guys, this is Breaking Ground, Amazon.com, Abriendo Caminos, 46 Puerto Rican writers. And the piece I'm going to read is called Conformity, okay? Thank you once again, Dr. Mina Nieves, and for all of you guys watching, this is in honor of Domestic Violence Awareness Month, so take this into consideration. Conformity. Who said it's okay to change for someone? Domestication of the mind set in a way that does not allow things to manifest positively. Drowning in poison as one is constantly being reminded of what's wrong, nowhere to run or hide, so you think. In all actuality, denying your own individuality, words taken so lightly, domestication. All right, guys. Once again, breaking ground, Amazon.com. Stay with us. We'll be right back with some more Open. Thank you.
Did you buy the flashlight and the batteries?
Yes.
Did you make sure we're not missing anything in the first aid kit?
Yup.
Did you go through the plan with the kids again?
Yes.
The more you prepare today, the more you'll be able to reduce the devastating effects of a tornado, an earthquake, a power outage, or any other disaster.
For you. Hey, Mom.
You know, girls, I used to cheer back in my day. Ready? Okay!
That was amazing, amazing, amazing. Mom, that was amazing.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of siblings in foster care who'll take you just as you are.
Clean kitchen surfaces, utensils, and hands with soapy water. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
The magical thing about using energy wisely is that anyone can do it. Turn off lights. Use energy-saving light bulbs. And turn off computers and game systems when not in use. Make a change and we can really fly. Grab a grown-up and go online to energy.gov/kids.
Mom, I'm not gonna go to college.
What are you saying? You've got to go to college.
Well, they offered me a job and...
Son, college is much more important.
No.
Yes.
No, Mom.
Yes.
Anyways, it's my decision.
Okay, well then decide what degree you're going to get because you will go to college.
Their tomorrow depends on your words today. The Hispanic Scholarship Fund has the information you need to help your kids go to college.
So here are the keys. Congratulations, it's officially yours. I'm sure you'll have many happy years here. Except for you, because you'll be gone 3 years from now, struck down by the same disease that got your father. So you won't be around for them. And sadly, it could have been detected early with a simple test, but you didn't have it. Okay, who wants to check out the backyard?
For a list of tests every man should have, go to ahrq.gov.
Did you know that getting up and getting active for just 60 minutes a day is all it takes to help you get stronger, look better, and feel great?
Or that fresh fruits and veggies aren't just healthier and crunchier, they can taste better too?
Eating better and getting more active is easier than you think.
Yeah! Keep watching for some fun and easy ways to discover the magic of healthy living in your life.
America.
Let's get healthy together!
Up, college is hard. Down, those books are heavy.
My sport is football, but my passion is education.
Right up here.
So every year I take promising high schoolers on a college tour
Lights there, darks there.
to show them that higher education means a brighter future. My name is Nnamdi Asamoah. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Find out how you can live United for Education. Give, advocate, volunteer. Go to liveunited.org.
Do you wear this?
Hello, welcome back to Open, and well, we have our Open artist who's going to be interviewed today. She's actually she was born in Erie, Pennsylvania. Did I say that right? And she was raised in Erie. She was raised in Mississippi. Ooh. And her stage name is a combination of poet, MC, model, and actress, along with spoken word poet. Well, we're going to chat a little bit with Eliza B, and then she's going to blow us away later with her beats, all right? So, welcome, welcome, welcome. Did I say it right, Eliza or Eliza?
Eliza.
Eliza B.
Yes.
Okay, so Eliza B, what does that stand for?
What's my middle name?
Right.
And I don't know, that middle ground. I definitely wanted my alter ego to be part of myself, at least the name my mom gave me. So, Eliza, my middle name, and younger I really hated it, and then I got older and I started to embrace everything, and you know, I felt like Eliza was fitting, and it has a little Eliza B. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm a Southern girl. So.
I heard your little Southern belle. It's so hot. I love it.
Thank
I love
you.
it. Well, no, you know what? It totally makes sense, though, right? Because you have Eliza, the performer, and then you have who you are as a person.
Absolutely.
And you can actually kind of work them differently.
Yeah.
Right.
Go in and out.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you know, when necessary, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just as long as you can control it.
Right, right. And I felt like branding was the perfect way to live out every personality.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about
way.
growing up in Mississippi. What's that like?
It was very peaceful. I had a great childhood, lots of open land, rock roads, cows, goats running around as a young girl. And then my teenage years, we moved into the more city part of Mississippi. So the combination of just Southern personalities, community, family-oriented style setting. Yeah, I had a great childhood. Could have, you know, as we all could have a lot more money so we could get things that we want in life, but yeah.
Yeah, so how long were you how long before you decided to come to New York?
I decided to come to New York in 2005. It was like my graduation gift to myself. Throughout college, I was the student going to the production studios, reminds me of this one here, and you know, just working toward my craft to being a personality, artist, entrepreneur.
Nice. Well, how is it like transferring everything and transitioning into a New York minute? As we say?
New York has been the birth of a lot of me, and so to speak.
You mean Eliza?
Yeah. Oh yeah, Eliza. Absolutely. Because it's so funny. I was on a plane and I decided, I was like, you know what? My first name is Morella. I was like, whenever ever anyone asks me my name, I'm going to say Eliza. I'm going to own it. And yeah, like you said, coming here definitely helped me identify that being that I felt like I can transcend into. So yeah, New York has been gracious at, teaching me some very valuable lessons. This is the Empire State, so yesterday I was in front of the Viacom building passing out flyers to my website. It's definitely that city to, bring the best out of you.
What's really interesting about your conversation as far as being an artist, branding, is that you also included the word entrepreneurship, and that's actually a really huge component to what level you get to.
It's true.
Tell us a little bit about that, just because you just shared that you were out there on your grind, handing out flyers yourself in front of the Viacom building.
Yes.
Right? It's like, if you got to do it yourself, you got to do it yourself.
Yeah, and got to be very intentional. All entrepreneurs know that time is of essence, and, so many people here in the city, and my approach to the music industry is the people. Like, I write music and poetry and art in general to reflect the people. So I just felt like Times Square is fitting, and as an entrepreneur, I started a independent record label in 2010 called Freebie Nation, and so I'm just from the ground up, Yeah.
So what separates you from another artist? Like, tell us a little bit about what you feel is different from you than what's out there right now.
I like to think, as far as other artists, I like to think that we're all connected. I certainly bring, I guess, a different vibe into the music industry. I like to think my art is progressive, groundbreaking, just unique in this attempt to just kind of affirm some great ideals inside of songs and art in general. Like, my mission is to just uplift and encourage and empower through music and art in general. So
how progressive has New York been to you in this whole transition of just being here to do it as opposed to Mississippi?
New York is amazing, because every corner there's like a different scene. I mean, even walking here, it's like 1 minute I'm in this neighborhood, which I went to, got a little lost coming here. 1 minute I'm in a very neighborhood, and the next minute I'm in an oasis of learning. And New York is like that every block. So it opened my eyes to different cultures, languages. I mean, it's a melting pot. So I feel like there's so much more in store in just traveling the world as a result of coming here, because the South is very 1-2, there's not much gray area.
4, 5, 6,
exactly.
7, 8, 9, 10.
Exactly. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the South, but certainly coming here,
it's just
elevated.
There's more. The opportunities are abundant here. Not that they're not over there either, but they're just accessible here.
Yeah,
it's
definitely.
Like,
definitely. And then I'm human, so I make mistakes, and making mistakes here I don't know, it just, when you get up, it's just like you're so much tougher. This place is just definitely a strengthening experience.
So would you say, because you still have that Southern bells down to you.
Always.
So once you became a New Yorker, right, because now you're a New Yorker. Once you became a New Yorker, your skin got toughened.
Yeah, it definitely got tougher. I hope I'm a New Yorker. I think New Yorkers would have to consider that. I still feel very Southern, very, but
you've been here about 5 years.
Long enough, right?
No, a little over 5 years, so.
Yeah, I guess I am.
I mean, it's got to rub off.
And I'm here talking to you, so
there you go.
Something's happening for sure.
So, where has your career, how far has your career come since you arrived in New York?
Well, I started the label in 2010, and we completed a music project called Eliza B. Art Volume 1, and it's a collection of songs with this lane. I feel like myself and the producers, Alpine Inc., we came together to come up with this unique sound. So the project's complete. I've been performing around the city, and very much still underground, but growing. So it has provided me a platform to share my art. I don't know of any other city where there's so many live performance venues. Like New York New Yorkers love entertainment. They love live entertainment. So
where are you performing nowadays?
Nowadays, I'm doing things like this. I did the underground scene and getting on stage and just really feeling how the people embrace the songs.
Right.
So now I'm feeling like more people need to know about the songs.
Right,
and unfortunately, not a lot of people are hanging out in the pubs. You know, a lot, but just not enough. Like, we set a sales goal to sell like 211,000 copies of the project. Like, that's our first goal. So that has just directed my
your new decisions, your choices of direction, which is all good, because truth is that we are becoming, we are an era of worldwide. And
absolutely.
So everything is about documenting and distributing online. So there you go.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're in the right direction, boy.
Thank you.
New Yorker already. So what are we going to be listening to a little later?
Today I'm going to perform a song called "Come Rain on We." And it's Reign, R-E-I-G-N, and it's just a story about running into a individual who becomes a fan at the end of the song, and it's all about just elevating, seizing the moment. Come rain on we, like, let's embrace one another. Whatever's to be interpreted.
It's appropriate for today with all the rain we got going on. So where can you say? Oh, unbelievable. So where can people find your music?
www.elizabart.com. And there are links to iTunes, Amazon.com, CD Baby. Yeah.
All right, awesome. And we're going to get a taste of Eliza later. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Eliza. All right, we're going to see her perform later, like I said, so don't you go anywhere. And right now, Bobby C is going to take it over, so don't go anywhere.
Underneath everything we are, underneath everything we do, we are all people, connected, interdependent, united. And when we reach out a hand to one, we can influence the condition of all. That's what it means to live united.
When it's time for lunch, a sandwich is a quick and easy choice. And with the right ingredients, it can be good and good for you. So I'm here today to see who can build the ultimate sandwich. All right, when the time is up, our judges will give you their scores. Ready, set, go! Okay, Jason starts out with a multi-grain roll. Ooh, Allison stuffing her pita with, yes, spinach, a great source of iron. Jason isn't skipping on the protein, adding plenty of smoked turkey, just like Allison's putting the finishing touches with crispy red bell peppers for a dose of vitamin A. Time! It looks like we have a tie. We'll need to call in our special guest referee.
Now these are what I call quick, delicious lunches. Whole grain breads, a whole variety of ingredients. There are so many different ways to build delicious, healthy sandwiches. These two get high marks in every category. I'd say you're both winners. America.
Let's get healthy together.
This is Bobby C reporting from Yankee Stadium, where our latest Diamond Cuts takes us inside the locker room with the Bronx Bombers as they dispatch the Baltimore Orioles in 5, paving the way for another tough series with the Detroit Tigers, this time in the ALCS. What's the key to winning this series?
Well, the key was everything. Was defense, offense, and pitching was all of that together.
Yeah, we've had situations all year where guys have needed to step up, whether it's a guy coming off the bench to hit a big home run like Raul, guys stepping in like Jason Nix playing extended games when Alex was hurt, when Derek was hurt a little bit. I mean, we have guys step up all year.
to be able to pull this off, man, was big. Total team effort, clutch hitting at times, and just excited to move on.
We kept our composure. We kept going out there playing hard, getting runners in scoring position. I think that was the main thing, and stuff finally started to fall for us.
It was a tough ninth inning there, but we were able to keep it going, and we were able to. It took a little while, but we were able to get that some runs to win the game.
Frustrating loss. We fought hard, and it doesn't always work out your way, but our job's to forget about it. Come back here tomorrow, 4 o'clock, strap it on, and even the series.
Well, it's definitely not what we expected, but it is what it is. We're down 0-2 right now, and we've bounced back before, and I expect us to do the same.
We have a great group of hitters and a great team that really pulls together during tough times, and we'll have to rely on each other to get through this and try to win the series.
We just got to keep fighting, and it's definitely not an easy game, so we just got to keep going out there and keep grinding.
Oh my goodness. Today's weather is appropriate. When it rains, it pours, and that applies to both champagne bubbly and the lows that come with losing once the floodgates of negativity start rolling. The Bronx Bombers punched their ticket to the American League Championship Series last Friday in Game 5 of the Division Series. ACC Sabathia became the first Yankee since Roger Clemens 12 years ago to throw a complete game, eliminating Baltimore in a 3-1 win. But a quick turnaround in the ALCS spelled trouble for the Pinstripers. The Yanks, despite a 4-run comeback in the ninth, highlighted by a home run from Raul Ibanez, and Ichiro fell 6-4 in extras of Game 1. To compound the defeat, Captain Derek Jeter fractured his ankle and is now out for up to 5 months. He will have surgery. Sunday's Game 2 provided more offensive futility. The Yankees could not back starter Hiroki Kuroda, who was perfect through 5, losing 3-0 to the Tigers, and starter Anibal Sanchez. Tuesday, the series shifted to Detroit, where despite another late rally, the Yankees lost 2-1 to ace Justin Verlander. A washout on Wednesday delayed the Yankees' final day of the 2012 season. Bomber ace CC Sabathia could not rescue the offense. Detroit won 8-1, sweeping the series on its way to the Fall Classic. The Yankees, for the first time since 1964, never led in any of the games. Detroit is waiting the winner of San Francisco-St. Louis. The defending champion Cardinals lead the NLCS 3-1 following Thursday night's win. A Bronx bummer here on this Friday morning. The Bronx Bombers will have some work to do in the offseason. The big story of the week had to be the puzzling handling of Alex Rodriguez. We will debate the issue in the C-List. Stay tuned. From the baseball diamond to the NFL gridiron, the defending champion New York Giants are 4-2 through the first 6 weeks of the season. The G-men looked like supermen in San Francisco this past Sunday, topping the mighty Niners 26-3, much the same way they did in last year's NFC title game. Now, the Giants turn their attention to the East, welcoming RG3 and the Washington Redskins this Sunday to MetLife Stadium. Meanwhile, the Jets resurrected their season in just one game. We go inside the locker room for our Jet Report. Check this out. What a difference a week makes in the NFL. Monday night, the Jets fell to Houston in what appeared to be a season lost. Flash forward to Sunday. Gang Green crushed Indianapolis 35-9. Running back Sean Green ran for a career-high 161 yards and 3 scores, powering the Jets to a rout of rookie quarterback Andrew Luck and the Colts at MetLife Stadium.
I'm motivated every week. I think we got a great coaching staff, and they put us in the right positions to do what we need to do to win football games.
Mark Sanchez was mistake-free, and Tim Tebow had a 23-yard pass on a fake punt. In the process, the Jets snapped a 2-game slide at home.
Well, you get a great feeling after a win like this. Plus going to play a great team next week, and division's really close, and it's going to be a huge game for us.
Gang Green is alive and well in the AFC East, but all the good feelings from Week 6 may quickly disappear this Sunday when the Jets take the field in Foxborough for another heated matchup with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. Brady and the Pats were upset last week against Seattle. Expect a classic tilt on the gridiron this Sunday. Jets head coach Rex Ryan had no problems throwing some barbs this week toward New England. He also said he would seriously consider using Tim Tebow at running back. The NBA is back. The preseason is in full swing, and the Brooklyn Nets have been one of the leading stories thus far, and not just because of their new, beautiful building in the BK. The Nets started the preseason 3-0, coming into Thursday night's action, including a win in the first ever Nets game at the Barclays on Monday night. The league is taking notice, too. Future Hall of Famer Kevin Garnett said, open quote, with Joe Johnson and Darren Williams and everybody, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with following the Celtics' loss on Tuesday night. They're nothing like last year. They're going to be strong, close quote. The Nets would fall 115-85 Thursday night against Garnett and the Celtics in Brooklyn, but the focus afterward was on the process, the improvements, and the excitement surrounding the new-look Brooklyn Nets. We go inside the locker room for more.
It means a lot. You know, you look at these preseason games, we got a ton of people coming out. You know, Brooklyn's behind us, and, you know, the facility's unbelievable. And, you know, people are coming in here, and, you know, everyone wants to give it their best. You know, we've made this a place where, you know, we're a team that expects to win, and everyone's going to come in with their best effort.
You know, they came out and supported us the 2 home games we've had here, but beyond that, even before the season even started, you know, everybody's, you know, has been very passionate about us coming to Brooklyn, and, you know, Brooklyn having our own team now, so we have to be a little bit more passionate out there on the court and really try and take care of home court.
The Nets will be in action tonight at the Barclays, welcoming Philadelphia as the preseason rolls on. The big matchup next week has the Nets and the New York Knicks hitting the hardwood on Wednesday night at Nassau Coliseum. The preseason preview will set the stage for the November 1st season opener at the Barclays between the 2 local rivals. Knicks-Nets to open the BK. As for the Knicks, the Orange and Blue have won 2 straight in the preseason, all on the road as renovations continue at Madison Square Garden. They face Toronto and Boston this weekend in more preseason action. Time for some quick hitters. Veteran lefty Andy Pettitte said he will decide his future very quickly. Andy returned this year coming out of retirement. He pitched well and would be a welcomed return addition for 2013. The San Francisco 49ers topped the Seattle Seahawks 13-6 on Thursday Night Football. On the ice, still no resolve for the NHL season. Reports are out that the 2 sides are heading backwards. The NHL season is getting closer to officially hanging in the balance. Locally, Fordham football fell in Cincinnati last weekend. The Rams will be at Holy Cross next weekend. Those are the headlines. We hit the C-list for the great debate, what to do with Alex Rodriguez. Folks, that is the $114 million question in Yankee land. The Yankees have plenty of money and years left on A-Rod's contract, 5 years and $114 million to be exact, which leads us to our latest C-List poll question. Would you bring A-Rod back or do you dump him? Hit me up on Facebook at facebook.com/sportsnyc or shoot me a tweet at The Voice Bobby C. As for my opinion, I took the evening to sleep on this one. Rumors swirled this week that the Yankees and Miami Marlins may consider a deal. A-Rod, a Miami native, has a no trade in his contract and would have to okay a deal. He said yesterday that he fully expects to return to the Yankees in 2013. Here are the facts. A deal could get done, but the Bombers would have to eat tons of that contract, maybe upwards of $80-90 million. A-Rod clearly is not the same player he once was, but I think it's possible that the broken hand did contribute to how he did this fall. Not giving him a pass, but I am willing to at least acknowledge that he was not 100%. A-Rod, aside from 2009 and some other few and far between postseason moments, is not a great playoff performer. He's a lifetime .265 hitter in the playoffs. There's no denying his regular season stats, and there's no denying how great he was during 2009. He helped us win the last ring. I think the Yankees and A-Rod were both in the wrong this week. The Yankees didn't hold him accountable, taking him in and out of the lineup for Eric Chavez. There is A-Rod rolling a ball into the crowd, trying to get some hot girls' numbers during Game 1. Smart play there, A-Rod. A real mess to say the least, but at the end of the day, the Yanks and A-Rod should move past the rains and the stormy weather, regroup and try again next year, bat him down in the lineup in 2013, perhaps as the full-time DH, retool the roster, get younger, and understand, Yankee fans, that you can't blow up the team that won the most games in the American League this year for one bad playoff series against a team that they did not match up well with. That's my take. That's your sports. I'm Bobby C. Moore. Open coming up after this.
Now the big guy comes up to bat, hitting .342 with 92 RBIs and 36 homers.
Chill raw and prepared foods promptly. 1 in 6 Americans will get sick from food poisoning this year. Keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov.
G-Morning, sunshine. Wakey, wakey. Text me. Are your parents home later? We can hang. LUV, love you. JK. Holla back. Holla back. Holla back. Are you with your friends? That's lame. We're in a huge fight right now. XO. What'd you dream about? Something I did. Are you on your way to the mall? I'm lonely. Nude pics. Send me some. Text me.
This is one amazing truffula tree. Can you imagine a place where these grow everywhere? Yes, it's called the Forest, a magical place to enjoy with your family. Ooh. So discover the forest and explore all the wonder that's there. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
I'm lucky. Let me help you with that. I get to do something I love. It has nothing to do with touchdowns or titles. Everybody bring it in. I get to play a part in the life of someone just starting out. How many of you think homework is just as important as teamwork? I help keep kids in school. Good. And that's the name of the game. My name is LaDainian Thomason. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer. Live United.
Hello, welcome back to Open. The lights are shining and the stage is set, which means it is now time for Open Artist Spotlight.
The Open Artist Spotlight is made possible in part with public funds from the Bronx Council on the Arts through the New York State Council on the Arts Decentralization Program.
Well, we heard from her earlier, and now she's here to take over our Open Artist Spotlight. Please welcome to the stage, Eliza B.
Thank you. Walking down the street, minding my B.I. I catch him looking at me, watch him see how I fly. I'm smooth, like a calculated groove. It's true, Eliza B on the move, so I must continue. His style is what I'm into, so meet me at the spot. The band is monumental, it's right up the block, higher than Continental. He's staring at the twins, I'm peeping out his mental. Monumental, he say. Well, how come we don't know you? What's your style anyway? I'm from the Bay. They call me Charlie Ray, and judging by that ass, well, you here to stay. But I give away the point. Rock and roll it, baby, bring the music, here we come. So I'ma rock and roll it, baby, bring your people, here we come. Come right on way. Some call it crazy, I just know I'm supposed to be free, babe. Yeah, they know we flying like them birds, open minds, spreading wings, we see the picture painted clear. Come on, why you whispering? We screaming over here, steer clear. Come right, no fear. Walk like a king, we on the efforts over here reappear. See, this our year. The vision is the point, and the action count peers here cheer. I'ma give away the point. Rock and roll it, baby, bring the music, here we come. Rock and roll it, baby, bring the music, here we come. Rock and roll it, baby, bring the music, here we come. Now they coming to my show, screaming out loud, how low can you go to the flow? We the best and now you know. Take a picture, daddy, see the green means go. I'll have a Merlot. Yeah, I'm bossy, hot slam your stereo, see the glow. The picture painted clear. Come on, why you whispering? We screaming over here, steer clear. Come right, no fear. Walk like a queen, we on the efforts over here reappear. See, this our year. The vision is the point, in action count peers here cheer. I'ma give away the point. Rock and roll it, baby, bring the music, here we come. Rock and roll it, baby, bring the music, here we come. Rock and roll it, baby, bring the music, here we come. Rock and roll it, baby, bring the music, here we come. Come right on way. Come right on way. Come right on way. Rock and roll it, baby, bring the music, here we come. Thank you.
Everyone! I'm almost afraid to come and stand next to you. We were better when we were sitting. Look how tall she is. Yeah. Wow. Nice. Beautiful.
Thank you.
All right. So we're coming. Yeah, rocking with it. Yeah. I like when the hooks, they kind of stick in your head and rent rooms. So for those tuning in, where can they obtain more of this music?
More of this music is available on iTunes, Amazon.com, CD Baby, artist name Eliza B. And also my website, which is www.elizabart.com.
Beautiful. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
B, everyone.
Yes.
Thank you. All right. Once again, for more on Eliza B, you can go to elizabarts.com. And the reason I'm saying goodbye so early in the show is because I want to read one more piece that was published in Breaking Grounds, the book that I shared with you earlier. It's actually a poem I wrote. This one is actually in honor of basically the world and our existence. And this is once again to just shed love on the domestic violence awareness, man. It's still out there, and it's a plague that we need to overcome. And well, we're doing it with love right about now here on Open. I'm reading a piece that was published. One of my pieces it's actually untitled, and it goes like this. The world is a big place. Don't hate. Embrace the unity of diversity, different cultures, different languages, endless information. To learn, go through books. To educate, but it is your state of mind determining how far or how low you go. Life has a lot of fork roads. 3 is the magic number, keeper of the door. Opens or shuts. Fill the well with knowledge. People, places, and things influence who you become from young to old. We are all one with the same purpose, contributing, making a better place of existence, flowing with love. Mwah. That's what it's all about. Flow with love. Once again, you can pick up Breaking Grounds on Amazon.com with 45 other fabulous Puerto Rican women writers. And that is all the time we have for today. I want to thank all of our guests for stopping by and our crew for their efforts. And thank you, our viewers, for tuning in and streaming in. If you missed any of the show today, remember the Recablecast happens tonight at 5 to 10 p.m. and throughout the entire weekend. Past episodes are available online at bronxnet.org/TV/open. Once again, I'm Rina Valentin. I hope I left you with some food for thought. Have a great weekend, and may the universe provide peace, prosperity, and love. Mwah. Adios.
We screaming over here, steer clear. Walk like a king, we on the F's over here, reappear. Rock and roll it, baby, bring the music, here we come. Rock and roll it, baby, bring the music, here we come.